GM.
Gold Mason, I have something to tell you.
Oh?
We're live.
Oh, we are live. Okay.
I went live 40 seconds ago. You have great timing.
Beauty.
Gamers, welcome to the second iteration of Battle of the Week. I'm just now joined live by Gold Mason, the head
Hello.
TO of Revival Tournaments, and you're the head of 14 different things right now. You're on the ADV Council.
That's actually a misconception. I'm an ADV forum mod, but because I posted the recent Speed Pass thread, a lot of people do think I'm ADV Council.
That thread was giving ADV Council vibes. I think that is a big misconception. I'm glad we were able to get that kind of figured out this early on in the stream. That's huge.
Yeah. Basically, I am senior staff on Smogon. So I help run the entire site. So Star Master and I work together a lot. So we collaborated on it. But yeah, no, it's I do a lot of things. Yes. Revival tournaments, among other things, but excited to watch this match. I actually voted for both of these in the voting stage of the week.
Oh, so, did you really?
Yeah, I voted for Mielke and Jim. So I'm really excited to see the battle.
I'm stoked too, man. The thing I'm most excited about is just to see Jim play, because we see Jim play on his gaming channel all the time, and occasionally he's playing real teams and actually laddering, but much of the time he's still throwing in your mucks and your what else has he been playing? He's been playing with a Bennett team a lot lately. Not that that's not good, but I'm excited to see how seriously they're both gonna take it. Are we gonna see a muck team? And if Jim is really gonna go in and do his best, what does that look like? Because we haven't really seen him focus on competing in a long time. So I'm hype, and the poll that I posted on YouTube got over 100 votes, and it was nearly split down the middle. So I think this is going to be an exciting one.
Absolutely. I'm a little spoiled. I have been around since 2023. So the first season I joined of Mushi League, Jim was actually still playing in Mushi League.
Yeah.
I was on his team actually. For that Mushi League.
How'd you guys do?
Oh, we got blown up. It was not fun. I think that's part of the reason why Jim doesn't play Mushi League anymore. But obviously I was around for Callus Invitational 7, where I believe Jim was in play-ins, so I got to see those matches as well.
He wasn't.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know he was who he was at the time, but
yeah, he was.
Pretty cool.
He was about to hit his come up. One of his videos from that era hit my algorithm recently. I was watching it. He was going over and analyzing his set versus Mead in the play-ins, and I was like, oh my god, this is competitor Jim. This is competitor first, content creator second Jim. A rare sight indeed.
Yeah.
And he's in the chat with us. Jim, welcome. By the way, everybody, I posted this, you may know, but we're going to do a winner's interview with whoever does end up winning this. So start thinking of some questions you guys might have for either Jim or Mielke. We'll try to pass those along, but excited to hear from either of these gamers. Mason, I've actually been talking a bit more to Mielke lately and learning more about their opinion on certain things such as Speed Pass. And God knows there's a million things we could talk about concerning that. But other than the fact that Mielke is a very strong player, runs an ADV Discord now, what can you tell us about Mielke? They played an SPL. You were telling me that he started getting into the scene right around the time that Jim kind of stopped competing. So we don't think that they've ever played before, and this could be the first time that they've matched up. What do we need to know about Mielke?
So yeah, Mielke joined about 4 months before Jim kind of dropped out of the playing scene. Mielke joined at the revival, the first revival, which was late 2023, and Callus Invitational 7 had already ended.
Wait, Mielke's like first tournament was like Revival 1, or like that was like the era that they started getting involved?
I am fairly certain. So Mielke's been on the site for a long time, but Mielke's first Gen 3 OU game, or Gen 3 OU anything really, was Revival 1. To my knowledge, he's mentioned it before. So they definitely did not have not played before. But Mielke is also, he's an ADV forum moderator, and generally considered, I was reading a UU CL article recently, and they mentioned that Mielke is basically like one of the greatest minds of ADV in our generation, and I would kind of agree right now. I mean, he builds for some of the top players, pretty much all of the top players in the game. He builds for Pac, he builds for Endil, both of which, I mean, you gamers have probably seen their games, Endil and Pac. Endil top 4 gym bite, and I think Mielke contributes at least to his team. So, Mielke is
quite
an incredible gamer.
For somebody that just joined the scene, as you said, about 2 years ago, to already have that kind of an impact, and to know enough about the game to have that kind of an impact is really impressive. So, you would say that Mielke, I mean, it's all relative. Like, are they a new player? If you ask like H-Clad, he would say like, yeah, like they're brand new. But like a player been around 2 years, like doing this kind of stuff, that's a special talent, man. And I think there's a reason why a lot of people wanted to see Mielke play. Yep. I honestly don't know 100%. Like who I would vote on here. I have a poll up, and it looks like we've got 33 votes already. I think some of the YouTuber effect is happening with Jimothy now leading this poll. He was behind in the other poll, but he's up 61% to 39. I'm going to end that poll in a moment and ask a separate question momentarily. But
absolutely,
when
I think Jim could pull out something that surprises Mielke, or maybe Mielke won't have. Mielke really favors like solid, consistent builds. So Jim might be able to pull something out, or Jim is not a slouch at all. I enjoyed his playing games, especially when I went back and watched them when I was kind of knew more about the scene. So I think this is gonna be an incredibly competitive match. I'm looking forward to it a lot.
Dude, Jim topped the ladder with Big 5 Charizard. That's legendary as fuck. So
yeah, I mean,
is that not legendary as fuck, Gold Mason?
It's pretty legendary. I just I have opinions about that team. I have opinions about Big 5 in general.
We've got, by the way, Jim, I know you're in the chat. You guys are allowed to like agree to whatever terms you want. I'm guessing that you guys are doing best of 3. If it's anything besides ADV OU best of 3, let us know. We're gonna like jump into the match. It's gonna be like Little Cup or something. But we have 5 minutes, so Gold Mason, I'm gonna give you a little bit more rope here. What the hell is going on with your hate concerning Big 5 Charizard? What's the problem?
I just don't like Big 5, to be honest. Like, I think that the only Big 5 that I've ever enjoyed is Big 5 Zapdos, and even then I'm not a huge fan. I know that actually Mielke really likes Big 5 stuff, Beer Lover as well, and stuff like that. So yeah, no, Jim, it should be best of 3. I think it actually says in the thread it's best of 3 unless you don't really want to play more than one game or something like that. But
yeah, I have the let me see, do I have let's see. I'm not sharing my screen. I probably should be sharing it, unless you want to, if you want to pull up the match on your own screen, Mason. Might help me save resources. My laptop's been kind of shitty lately.
Oh man, you're on the laptop? Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying, man. I'm gonna get a computer pretty soon.
I would chip into the GoFundMe for the Zets computer.
I don't think that would be necessary. No GoFundMe's necessary. We will take any and all subscriptions to this channel. And or liking the stream. Those are the best ways to support Zets at this time. ADVOU Best of 3 is in fact the default format. If there's any interest in lower tiers or other metas, you can opt to play one or multiple ones if both participants agree. I like Best of 3. I would love Best of 5 because it's once every 2 weeks this happens. But I would get it if Best of 5 is kind of a lot of Pokemon. Sometimes it's a lot to prep for.
Yeah, that's true. Have they started, by the way? Are they going to play on Smog Tours, or what's happening?
I've been told, yeah, it's going to be Smog Tours, so I've got the lobby pulled up waiting to see, but I imagine they're going to be starting pretty close to 5. I confirmed with them both today. DK Koba with a very generous $1.99 donation.
I didn't even notice I'm on the Revival Tournaments account. I should probably go back to Gold Mason.
I love how, like, basically simultaneously 2 separate chatters posted opposite opinions concerning whether we should do best of 5 or best of 3. Best of 3 is just like the standard. Like, it's kind of crazy to me coming from like the Smash community where some tournaments, even pools, are best of 5. Rarely in Smash history, like if you like tournaments like Evo in the early and mid 2010s, a lot of it would be best of 3 until like top 3. In fact, in Evo like 2013, winners finals was Wobbles versus Hungrybox, and famously, after Game 3, Wobbles won Game 3 and won the set. Neither of them knew it because they both assumed surely this is winners finals of like the biggest tournament of all time. Surely this is best of 5. Only Grants was best of 5, I believe. It might have been maybe. Oh my gosh, Green Cat Kid with a $50 donation.
Hell yeah.
Very much appreciated. Also highly unnecessary. Thank you guys very much. But we do not need additional monetary support.
No. I'm gonna say I say we continue on, my friends. Shout out Green Cat Kid. Been around since at least Revival 1. I remember pool modding for them in Revival 1. They've been a great presence in the community. Shout out to you. We should definitely continue crowdfunding for the Zets computer. I think that's the way.
The match will be starting very soon, folks. In 30 seconds, it will be time. Who knows if they'll actually be starting on time? But again, I'm very, very interested to see what's going to happen and what kind of teams these guys are going to bring. Like, if you're Mielke, you've noted even people in the chat were saying Gold Mason, one of their strengths is prep. Well, how do you prep for somebody that's like effectively been retired for like a year or two and is a full-time content creator?
Yeah, I think you just bring solid stuff, right? Just bring. I think that's what's going to be Mielke's strength, is bringing really solid teams that he enjoys right now. And I think that's also maybe going to be a weakness if Jim brings some absolutely crazy stuff. But we'll definitely see very shortly. I do want to really fast just mention something. You mentioned the best of 5 stuff. At least in my opinion, on high-level games, we had losers, winners, and grand finals all as best of 5s last year for Jimvitational 1.
Yeah.
But everybody in the top 16 of Jimvite 1 said that they hated that. Even people who didn't end up making it to, losers, winners, finals. They said that the thought of having to do a best of 5 was daunting. So,
it is a lot of Pokemon. Like you need so many teams ready.
And it's also very like, you have to be like really locked in on it. So it is tough.
That's a great point.
But yeah, no, ABR was very against it, as well as a bunch of the other gamers. So we ended up switching the format this year down to only best of 5 and grand finals.
Only grands. And do you think the competitors are okay with that? Like, are they happy to play best of 5 if they do make grands? Or are there actually some that are like, no, it should probably still be best of 3?
Nobody complained this year. So that tells me that people enjoyed grands only being best of 5, at least from my opinion. And I did a little bit of a poll afterwards. I've been talking to Triangles and Ferdazi and Fakes and Endel.
Here we go.
Of, getting the prizes out.
Game 1, folks. This is it.
They seem to be okay with best of 3. So here we go. That's a Flygon lead.
That's a Flygon lead. Should we view from Mielke or Jim's perspective? I'm gonna say Jim. Jim should be the underdog here. Jim is losing barely in the poll, 53 votes. He is expected by 49% of people to win this. This is crazy. I'm going to start one new poll here.
Hell yeah, Mint Yerb with the 666. we are getting Zet's a computer. That is what's happening.
Minyurb, that was very nice of you. Oh, switching to the Jolteon baton pass from Jim. What's the best answer to Jolt on Jim's team? We're likely to find out right now.
It's gonna be muck. I already know. It's gonna be some muck.
That would be insanely hype. I just posted a poll, folks. Let us know if you think we will see a muck at some point in this set. Jim taking some time off the timer could represent that he doesn't have like a solid or straightforward answer to Jolt.
Yeah, I mean,
P2.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. One of Jim's favorite Pokemon.
Kind of a straightforward answer to Jolt.
Yeah, you could be T-waved, but if there's any natural Curemon, Porygon 2 can opt to try to shed that later on. But you could, Porygon 2 could also answer with a T-wave in return. So this is an interesting spot that Jim's put Mielke in here. And the P2, does that tell you that there's like a Raikou? Like, what are you expecting from Jim on the rest of this squad?
Raikou maybe. But you already have the Zapdos. So it would be kind of difficult to fit. I don't know.
Right. Is this Jolt Superman?
Oh wow!
Oh, the Mag comes in. Okay, good call from Jim to bring Mag. And one spike is all Mielke is gonna get.
Magneton, Porygon to trap the Doug for the Mag is pretty neat.
Yeah, I like the double trapper.
It's definitely got to be some sort of like. Are we gonna see like a Rain Dance Magneton later on? Is this gonna be like, I don't know.
Well, would you expect T-Tar in the back for Mielke here? It's kind of unclear to me.
I think it's Jolteon Superman is kind of where I'm leaning right now. So I expect some floaters from Mielke, but we got this Flygon in, and a lot of people, I think perhaps accurately, said that this is probably a choice band Flygon. So
yeah, lead CB, sure.
Yeah, so this is going to be a tough turn for Jim. Really got to get the turn right here. I don't think you want to get rid of the Magneton, so.
Yeah. Okay, gonna go Celebi, which covers Earthquake, doesn't hate Rock Slide too much, and it was Earthquake. So good positioning from Jim. And with that roll, do you think 16% into Celebi represents CB? I wouldn't think so. I would think it would do a little more than that. My calc is telling me that Leftovers Flygon can do up to 16% against standard utility Celebi. So it could be like choice band into a like bold Celebi. Bold Celebi.
Oh no, I guess actually bold Celebi you would do more. So yeah, it's probably not.
You know, the standard utility bold Celebi is what's in the calc with 124 defense EVs, a plus defense nature.
Yeah.
Maybe the jury's still out, but I think that this is Leftovers or
Flygon.
Something. Yeah. Okay, P2 is going to come in. Okay, yeah, switching moves. HP Bug. Okay, so is this just like 4 attack, like offensive Flygon or something?
That was a really good play from Jim to scout for the HP Bug, especially if he's calcing and seeing the damage roll. But yeah, no. Big T-Wave on Jirachi. This
Very
could
nice.
still be Superman Mons in the back, but possibly more of a mixed offense build. And yeah, somebody said in the chat, like, spec off P2, and I'm starting to think that as well, especially with the Celebi.
Yeah, I think Z-Panther was suspecting this could be like CM Pass. You get rid of a primary phaser in the Skarmory, and wow, what a Fire Punch click. I guess catches the bag or the Celebi switch in. And because the Jirachi hasn't taken damage, we can't see its item. Unclear which one's faster.
No burn is nice.
Oh, just kidding. The Jirachi's literally paralyzed, folks. I'm locking in.
Yeah.
We're locking in.
Just a little bit, yeah. Hey, it's early stream jitters, you know.
Exactly. We're getting them all out here, folks. I like that Fire Punch click because you're paralyzed Jirachi. Like if you click something else and let the mag come in and trap you, that could go very wrong. And now Jim has to decide, I guess, if... Oh, he gets the crit! Jirachi lives on 1%! Whoa.
Big crit, though.
Yeah.
The Jirachi is basically dead. Needs some follow-up here. Zapdos, maybe not the answer.
Yeah, with the Jolt so easily able to come in. Maybe if it's HP Ice Zap, you can come in and be fairly happy to click that. I guess Grass isn't the worst click into a Flygon. We might be learning more about Jim's team here. Could just go P2. You could still threaten T-Wave, so the Jolt doesn't really want to come in. You almost always have Ice Beam, and we've seen Ice Beam, so the Flygon, in all likelihood, is not going to want to come in. So I guess if I'm Jim, if you go P2, you're going to get Serene Grace, actually, on your Ice Beam and Thunderbolt, which is kind of funny. And then you likely get to see a new member of Mielke's team.
Yeah.
Jim
Zach
dipping
DZ
into the
posting
timer.
from the Advanced League YouTube channel right now. What a troll.
Oh,
Here's the
yep.
Jirachi.
And there's Jim's own Jirachi. There's a Calm Mind recipient. Charizard in the back. Is that HP Water? What is that?
Super effective against Charizard HP.
It wouldn't be electric.
It's not
Rock would have done
fighting.
far more. That's gotta be HP Water, man. Like to hit.
I guess so. I don't know. That's
Chat, help us
that's
out.
crazy if it is. Rock would. You're right. Rock would have done a ton more.
It wouldn't be electric. Why would you not run
Ice-
Thunderbolt, Chad?
It won't be electric. Yeah, it's the water is the only. But Jirachi gets Water Pulse.
Oh no,
so,
this is he's hedging against Camerupt switching, folks. That's what we're doing. We're playing
again,
around
like-
the obvious Camerupt bring.
Again, like it would have been Water Pulse Jirachi, no? Or does he just want the damage? I don't know.
Dude, that's crazy. That's a good point. Wow.
Yeah, I would take Confusion Chance over. Yeah, I don't know.
We've seen Baton Pass from both.
Confusion Chance.
I've been in this situation so many times, and it's kind of awkward to Baton Pass as the Jolteon because Zap has slower Baton Pass, and it's Roar. Yeah. Okay, so you have phasing as well. That's a nice little 50-50, and you get additional spikes ship. You get in front of the Celebi.
Probably the worst roll for Mielke on the Roar. Celebi gets to do something here. Potentially put down Leech Seed. Maybe you don't really have to respect a substitute here. It's not going to be substitute Jolteon, so.
Yeah, you're running out of
Roar
room
and
for
Baton Pass,
utility
so.
moves. Like clearly, there's electric move. Could be T-Wave. Could be like hidden power coverage.
It's almost certainly hidden power. I don't think you can run mono T-Bolt Jolteon.
Yeah, you just get walled. I mean, you could BP out, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's a real set. So
Still haven't seen a
wouldn't
click
expect
from the
Mielke to bring
Celebi.
it. Yeah, we're gonna see now what it has. If it's Calm Mind, it probably shouldn't click it. Letting the Charizard in.
If
You
your
either
Calm
click, like,
Mind
Leech Seed or
Celebi
Psychic
chip
or
shielding up to
something.
almost 80% though, like you could probably take a Fire Blast and slow pass to something, but you would need. Oh, and there was a T-Tar in the back. Okay, Sand has entered the equation. And honestly, I think this T-Tar looks really solid into Jim's team. We haven't seen a Rock Resist besides the Jirachi. Guess the Mag doesn't really count. Could you have a Swampert in the back? Like, what else is on this squad for Jim?
Well, a lot of people are saying Swampert, and I would probably agree with that. You kind of do need a robust Rock Resist.
Yeah, I'm not
even
seeing
though it's-
anything that loves
it's gonna-
trying to deal with T-Tar on Jim's squad yet.
I think if it is a Swampert, it's going to be an off pert though, or like an end pert. So, somebody said there was a sample team for this. I sure don't remember writing the thing for this sample team, so we'll see about that. But
This is wild. Gonna go Flygon. Jim subs. Which one's gonna be faster? Okay,
is
the
this Ice
Flygon.
Punch? No,
It's just Psychic, but
Oh,
crit!
no!
Jim crits his way through the entire Flygon. Didn't bring ice coverage. It's Psychic Water sub Jirachi. Somehow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's sure something.
That is something. Alright, so Fire Blast, like, easily kills from this range. I think it kills basically most Jirachis. Apparently it does as little as 91. So this is a spot. Mielke could go for a sub here. on a predicted switch out. And it was a Swampert in the back. Here it comes on a Fire Blast. That's huge damage. I don't think a Swampert can live in ensuing HP grass if the Zard has it. Jim's going to go Zap, and it was just another Fire Blast. Heads up click by Mielke, and that does 2/3. This is offensive Zapdos, folks. And it's a speed tie. They're both timid. It looks like Zard was hit by Sandstorm first. Zapdos got lefties. Are they going to take the speed tie? Will Mielke just go Jolt on represented Thunderbolt? This is a huge turn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that Mielke can risk the Charizard.
And it was Jolt coming in. Jim is down to 15, now 25 seconds on his timer. This is crazy. I think he is well positioned, but he is going to have to make some quick decisions from this point on to try to build more timer. He's down to 10 seconds now. Just takes hidden power damage on the Jolt. Nice. Pert is back. And chat pointing out no lefties on the Swampert. Could be end Pert.
It's end Pert. Yeah.
Oh,
it is HP grass on the Jolteon.
A crit unlikely to matter too much. Jolt can just attack again before Zap can do much. And again, Jim is going to have to find the right answer quickly with only 20 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think it's still Porygon. You can click T-Wave or... Yeah, T-Wave probably. Pretty safely. Jirachi might come in if you want to click Thunderbolt instead, but...
Gonna recover
is also good.
Can you do 20% to this Jirachi? Hidden power grass? No, it would have been resisted. What is that? What are these
fighting?
sets?
It's hidden power fighting for the Tyranitar.
Oh my gosh, he was trying to catch the T-Tar come in.
And the Jirachi is...
No way.
No.
It was down to 1% after that crit, and it's all the way back up to 74%. And now Jim is just going to try to CM up and win. Jolt comes in. Okay.
Oh, it tanked. Holy moly.
Oh my god, that doesn't break sub. Jolt's gone. Jim, are you taking game one? Okay, we think that's HP water, and it's faster, so this is... Oh, but that's not going to kill the T-Tar after lefty. So do you give up the Jirachi here to nearly kill the T-Tar? Do you have enough in the back, Jim, to win from that position?
I think you have to take the damage here, because if the Tyranitar might click Dragon Dance either way, so you really want the damage on it.
True. It lives on 1. It was a roll. Jim might have been able to kill. That's the second 1% Pokemon that Mielke has seen this battle. Can't be too upset if you're a Jim fan. Jim has gotten 2 insane crits. P2 is here.
Is P2 not slower?
I guess not, and Mielke is not gonna allow... Wow, I guess Jim was trying to paralyze the Charizard. Interesting.
I don't know. I don't know.
Celebi can leech here.
I expected Celebi to come in and just let the Charizard in, and then you have the...
Oh, Baton Pass on the Protect. Nice. Okay, Swampert can sub down and click Endeavor, get Salic, and a single full para could end the game. That might be it! That might have ended the game, Gold Mason. I think Jim might take it from here.
I would agree with you.
Oh, yeah. Another full para! That's gotta be it!
No!
Do you have Surf, or do you have to hit some pumps? It's just Surf.
No, it's just Surf.
It's just over. Surf. Surf just wins. Yeah, this is Torrent Surf twice, and Jim takes game 1.
Wow.
What an upset. Holy friggin' moly.
Yeah, no, that was really well played. Got some luck for sure.
Definitely 2 crits, but 2 full para.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was incredibly hyped though. 2 full paras and it ends the game. And this is why, I'm sure that the people on your channel don't want to hear me talk about paralysis again. But my God, full para is the craziest thing ever. We got game 2 up though.
It is crazy. Game 2 has already started.
Yeah,
oh my God, they're not
already into it.
We're not wasting any time. I clicked the entire wrong game, folks. Bear with me. Bear with me. We're here. Turn 1. Jim brought lead arrow and is going to switch to Swampert as Mielke goes Scarm. Is there another mag for Jim, or do you have a separate answer? Like, is it a Zapdos? Is it a Charizard? Lead arrow. Oh, Fori. It's a Fori team from Jim, and it immediately gets thiefed. That's ballsy from Mielke to click Thief with Scarm before getting a spike up. Maybe just like
I'm not sure you can be lead arrow hurt and have a magneton. I feel like that seems like a weird structure to me.
I think
I'm not
you're
sure.
right.
I'm not sure if it's illegal. Chat can tell me if it is or not. But that seems like a very weird structure. So, Mielke is actually just going to take the drill peck on the Fori, just try and chip it down. Now that it has no leftovers too, that's a good spot for Mielke.
Yeah, that definitely paid off. Oh, okay, nice from Jim.
It might let 3 spikes up, but Jim actually opts to save the health on Fori.
He's staying in. He's taking his spike right now. He's limited the Fori. He can never heal again via leftovers. He has gotten a spike, and now he's going Celebi on another Thunderbolt. Roar click. Ooh. Jim. Nice call out on switching away, getting some spikes ship and revealing, or trying to reveal more of the team. The T-Tar is back. We are just simply going to go back to Swampert. But solid double edge click.
I'm thinking Mielke's team is going to be like an Arrow Spikes, an Arrow B Spikes already. It's something that he likes a lot, so not outside of his wheelhouse. I think we're going to see that pretty much.
Protect chip heal. I guess this doesn't represent CM pass, but I would have been afraid to protect on a Calm Mind there. Jim gets away with a protect. What's your answer to Celebi?
I think it's probably more likely to be a 3-attack Celebi. Leech Seed 3 attacks.
And it's starting to take some damage. If it doesn't have Recover. Yeah, Mielke is going to get out of here, go own Swampert. And Jim goes Bliss.
And that's actually another indicator that it's Leech 3 attacks, because the Celebi's leaving.
Wow. That's an awesome sequence for Jim. The T-Tar can click just about anything that it wants.
But there's a Wish in the air.
That's right.
So no matter what comes in, I mean, pretty much goes back to full, depending on what it is.
Do you think could this be Pursuit Tar? Is this Rock Spam or Pursuit Tar? It's Pursuit. Yeah, alongside the Fori.
Yeah, with the Fori, yeah.
Yeah, heads up click for Mielke. You know that HP Grass could be there. Jim could have suspected a Protect was coming and represent Crunch, only to click Hidden Power Grass here, but you don't have a Wish in the air anymore, and he's just going to elect to go to Zapdos, soaking up the Surf.
Mm-hmm. And the Protect does catch let the Wish, come out before dropping a Surf. It's a pretty good move from Mielke.
Rest Zap. Oh my god. Jim is starting to get a lot of value on these Protect turns, like clicking things like Wish, and now burning an entire turn of Sleep. Swampert no longer in Torrent, as it had been a few turns ago, so Zapdos can mostly shrug that off. And pressure stalling the Surfs as well. I mean, if Jim really wants to, he can just rest loop until Mielke decides to do something else.
I think it's just... Oh, wow. Tried to over-predict something switching in.
Yeah.
I think we're just going to see the Hidden Power here on the Skarmory. Yeah.
Okay, Skarm gets in, can come in. Would it be Protect last alongside Thief Drill Peck? No, you still want Roar, right? So Celebi is here.
Yeah, I think so. It's going to be Roar last on Skarm.
And this Zap can do nothing to the Celebi. Tyranitar coming in immediately. Oh, and what a heads up Giga Drain click by Mielke. T-Tar's damn low, it's getting outsped. Has to leave or be sacked at this point.
I mean, I think you can sack the T-Tar. Again, I think the lasts for Mielke are Arrow and then whatever filler he has. Possibly a Zapdos or something like that. So I forget what the regular Arrow B stuff is.
It just decides to go Bliss. Wow. And imagine if he stayed in and clicked Crunch there. But yeah, I mean, Mielke has gotten a lot of these predictions correct. Getting the Leech Seed up. Jim's going to heal up the Bliss, but now Mielke's T-Tar is all the way back up to 100% as well.
It looks scary.
This is
Swampert has got some chip. It's going to take a spike coming in. You can probably, especially to break for the Arrow, you can DD here and then just like try and break down the Swampert with Double Edge. I think that might be what happens. Or just take the Double Edge. Wow.
Just take it. The Celebi is healed up quite a bit off of the Leech Seed from the Bliss, all the way back up to 74%. And it is just going to come in. Yeah, Jim goes for Surf. And-
It is refresh pert on Jim's side, so
Yeah, mono pert here. The other problem is that, like, Fori can sometimes come in and try to help you check T-Tar a couple times, but with no leftovers now and having to come in on these spikes, you might be able to do that once.
yeah, I don't think that that's a viable path for Jim. I was also about to say Leech Seed is kind of like the freest click ever now that you know that the Swampert is probably refresh.
Mhm.
You're not even worried about like an Ice Beam or something like that hitting your Swampert, but this Celebi's going back up to full now. I mean,
Yeah. Just clicking
Wow.
Psychic. Jim does have the Wish Blissey, and I don't know if that's going to be enough to try to stall the Leech Seeds, but Leech Seed is such a damn good click that I wonder if that is actually the way forward.
I think that Mielke's got to be careful about Giga Drain PP now. If you don't have a way to hit the Tyranitar suddenly becomes a lot more threatening.
That is true.
Mielke's down to 3, maybe 2. I don't remember if one of the Giga Drains hit Zapdos earlier.
This thing has yet to click something. Oh, Dragon Dances. But this is Lead Arrow. This could be HP Fighting Arrow designed for this very purpose to try to one-shot a lead Tyranitar.
I'm thinking that's exactly what it is, and I think we are going to see HP Fighting click, so Mielke's probably got to get out of here.
It's hard not to. Feels like it's been a while in this game since Jim has taken a big swing. Could he ever find it in him to click something else to try to hit something like a Celebi trying to come in and resist an HP Fighting? We're about to see.
But if you mispredict, you lose the game immediately. I don't know.
Yeah, that is tough.
Because if you look at everything on his side, like Swampert's going to be at 48%. So I guess it's still fine, but yeah. It's the walls are closing in a little bit.
Skarm is here. Oh, he did
Ooh.
go for the Earthquake. Maybe didn't have HP Fighting. Maybe that was a hard predict on like exactly Swampert, or I mean, that Earthquake isn't going to kill that Tyranitar.
Yeah,
Jim
this
gets
is
a
the problem with
crucial
going-
spin.
Yeah, crucial spin, but it's the spike still ends up on the field.
Yeah, you can't deny
pressure
spikes.
too hard.
Yeah, you need to eliminate the Skarm to actually effectively get rid of the spikes. Okay, HP Grass. Could you double here to get in front of Celebi? I guess you could.
I think you have to.
Yeah, because Celebi is just like the freest answer to this particular Zapdos. Although I guess if it comes in, you can force it to burn 2 Leech Seeds. Still have 13 left in the tank, though. Z-Panther thinks HP Fight with Pert would be a little odd.
Yeah, that's fair. It's just now Mielke knows for next time. Earthquake is almost certainly not going to kill the T-Tar. So I think we will see Mielke click Dragon Dance again next time. And that might be the end of the game, if that's what ended up happening.
Okay, going Blissey. As Mielke goes Celebi. This could be soft-boiled into Wish. Oh, Ice Beam. Wow, hadn't revealed that yet. And you're doing 40%, so if the Celebi can't heal in any other way, and Jim is actually going to heal, okay. But I think those double edges from T-Tar have been doing like 30, so like double edge into double edge is going to kill this Swampert if Mielke opts for it, decides to Dragon Dance first instead. I don't think it's going to be able to do 48, especially not after a Protect, but Jim protects, tries to get Chip Heal, and allows for a second Dragon Dance, and that could be the game. Mielke going for a third one, and I don't think there's anything Jim can do to stop it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, Double Edge is apparently doing at least 66%. Jim, do you protect Chip Heal again? Could Mielke ever Dragon Dance yet again? This is crazy.
I don't think it's going to be 66%. I think you probably have the fast DD set in. It's probably going to be closer to Adamant 80 EVs, something like that, because the T-Tar has a lot of bulk for the Surf.
Bulky Dragon Dance says it's doing at least 64 to 76.
That's still a kill.
Wow. So, and you can't even go elsewhere and bring the Swampert back into Chip Heal because of the spike. So after you come back in and chip heal with an ensuing protect, you're back up to exactly where you started. Jim is going to try to sack the T-Tar. It comes in on a double edge. What's the plan?
No, there's no plan.
I don't think there's a plan. I think it's he's going to try to force the T-Tar to kill itself with recoil damage that almost got there. I think if you go pert now, it has to kill itself with.
Yeah, no. I would still play this out if I'm Jim, though. I wouldn't forfeit, you know.
Well, he's got to hit a rock slide here.
Rock slide miss. Rock slide miss would have done it. Or, just going to pert and doing the double edge thing.
Okay, gonna go for one more. And if you're Mielke, I mean, I would consider just double edge at that point to remove any and all doubt. But he hits the rock slide nonetheless, and it looks like we are heading to a set-deciding Game 3, everyone.
Yeah, DDs again. Shout out the Sprinkler. Down the Swampert goes. Yeah, we're on to Game 3.
Shit, what a goddamn Tyranitar. All right, I'm in the lobby. I'm on the lookout for this final game, folks. We're not going to miss a second of the action. We still have not seen a single muck. Final poll.
Yeah, we need to see the muck. Here's the Game 3. We need the muck, man. He needs to run amok.
Here we go, folks. Final game of the set. Jim leads Skarm against lead T-Tar. If you're Jim, you're hoping that this isn't mixed Tar clicking Fire Blast. Jim's faster, gets a spike. That does so much damage. Oh my god.
It was, in fact, lead Fire Blast T-Tar.
Do you just take a second spike?
Probably not. You probably go something that resists. Lead Skarm leads to a lot of different stuff. So, like, if you have a melodic, you can go melodic. But I don't know that Jim's going to be running a melodic, especially since we're trying to make content here. You know, Jim wouldn't go a melodic, right?
No. I don't know if I've ever seen Jim use melodic beyond like
most people,
his streams where he's like taking requests and stuff.
Most people shouldn't use melodic. That Pokemon is the worst.
It's like, yeah, it's really annoying for a lot of teams. It's just such a like solid answer to so many mixed threats. And then your out is to like click the same move repeatedly as it recover loops you and hope that you get a crit or like a status condition or something.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat said we haven't seen a Metagross all set, which is, I agree, that is kind of crazy.
Oh, he opts for Toxic on Pursuit. Wow. Nice click from Jim.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Pursuit is an interesting click. That would have done 18% to the Skarm. So I guess that tells us that Mielke is really, really wanting to eliminate this Skarm at all costs. Because, I mean, that wouldn't have even killed the Skarmory.
Yeah. Maybe a misplay? I don't know. Mielke probably has some idea for how it goes. Especially since I guess that would have put it down to like 14%, so literally anything kills it. Unfortunate Fire Blast missed, but I think that is going to do like 12%, 14%, so
yeah,
not a big deal.
So you would think this is Blast Pursuit, Crunch, Brick Break. The switch out suggests could be no HP Grass. The Skarm is faster. You could protect Chip Heal here if you want. You could take a second spike. Based on the way that Mielke has played so far, I wouldn't be surprised to see like Thunderbolt or Fire Blast Blissey to end this Skarm's life.
Yeah, I mean, I think you take your nice little Chip Heal here, and then you're gonna get Skarm in on something later that will allow it to maybe go for 3 spikes. I think that's the way.
I agree. If Mielke is representing that he like desperately wants to eliminate the Skarm at all costs, then I think Jim is going to try to keep it around to the best of his ability.
And that is really cool. The Swampert's going to take the Seismic Toss, but now Jim knows that the Blissey doesn't have a way to instantly kill the Skarmory. So yeah, if Skarm ever comes in on Bliss again, the Skarmory is going to get a... Skarm is going to get three layers down. We'll have to see if Mielke has a spinner. I
would expect some sort of spinner on Mielke's side.
I was I was thinking this is gonna be like Beer Lover. I was thinking this is gonna be like a Skarmory, or sorry, a Starmie. But that's just me.
Do you suppose though, if Mielke had a Skarm, that they would have gone there at some point? I mean, I guess they're not wanting to trade layers. They want to pressure the Skarm and then maybe bring their own in once they've dealt with opponent's Skarm.
Well, you have the Mixtar lead. You haven't really had a chance to send your Skarmory in yet, really. I guess you could have sent it on Swampert, but meh. I was more thinking Starmie for a spinner. But if it is Beer Lover, then it is a Skarmory on Mielke's team, which we haven't seen yet. You're right.
Jim is down to 2 minutes on his timer.
Yeah, he's tanking. That's the way. That's the way, folks. You want to get better at ADV OU?
Oh, it's Bennett.
Moly.
It's the Bennett team, folks. Let's go, fans of the Jimothy Gaming channel. Rejoice. Bennett has arrived.
Let's go.
It's clicking HP fighting, and Mielke is gonna stay in, dodging the toxic. That's wild. This, I don't think there would be a roll to kill. Oh, taunting on the soft-boiled. Got him.
Yo.
Got him. Oh shit.
Yo.
This could be a free Wisp click. Oh, but Zard is gonna come in on Wisp. Well done by Mielke.
Okay.
You've got an answer to Wisp in the Charizard. So what does Jim do? God, this is always such a scary spot. Like, you could Shadow Ball and trade down, but I think the Bennett is, like, really nice into the Tari and the Blissey. But if you switch out, like, you give the Zard, like, a sub, like, what wants to switch in on Charizard in this beta, man?
Nothing. Nothing wants to switch in on Charizard. Melodic. That is the only Pokemon.
And again, sadly, we're pretty sure Jim does not have a Melodic in the back.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see a Melodic. To be honest, I'm pretty happy if there's no Melodic.
Let me take a look at some calcs while we wait here, folks. Special Attacker, Charizard. Fire Blast should just kill. I don't know exactly what kind of a Bennett Jim is running. My calc dex thinks that the worst Fire Blast is doing 101%. And it is faster.
Is there a world where you go back to Blissey on like a predicted Swampert or Skarmory coming in?
Oh, to earn
Skarmory's
a heal.
not coming in. Skarmory's not coming in, but like I don't know.
Wow, Jim is down to 60 seconds. I'm starting to worry a little bit about that timer. That played a pretty critical role in game one. It was Jolt. Jolt comes in, Zard subs, but yeah, this is about as good of an answer as you could expect. Fire Blast is going to do quite a bit of damage, of course, if Mielke can land it, which he does. No burn.
No burn. Yeah.
And now Blissey would love to come in. It's actually Flygon from Mielke, and Roar clicked. Jim happy to risk the entire Jolt. I guess not really. The Zard can't stay in. And it is a Skarmory. This is...
Are we gonna see like Zapdos last or like Rachi, something like that? Another Superman, basically.
Damn, if this is HP Ice Jolt, it looks really good in this team, and Jim just had to sacrifice the majority of its health. It's well positioned here. Can Blissey come in on a spike and live 2 Thunderbolts? I think it can. But after this Toxic, this T-Tar, this could be a roll for it to die. Is Jim going to have to click it? I think that might have been a high roll, folks. I think 38% might have been a high roll. I don't know how likely it would be for Jim to get this kill, and I don't like him sacking the Jolt here. Mason, what are you thinking right now? He goes for it, doesn't get the roll, and there goes the Jolt.
I was going to say definitely do not use your Jolteon, but if Mielke clicked Pursuit, it was going to be terrible for Jim, so it makes sense that he just went for it.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that is tough. That Jolteon was going to be awesome to pressure so many of these Flying Mon. Now, Jim wants Bennett.
I don't love going Bennett.
Yeah, because that lets Zard come back in for free.
Yeah.
Are you just are you admitting that your best play is to hope for a Fire Blast miss? Because that's the situation we've signed up for.
A Fire Blast miss first would be awful. I think we're going to see Shadow Ball as Charizard goes down to Blaze range, and then we'll see a Fire Blast. But we'll see.
Oh, Jim is going to go T-Tar on Fire Blast. He predicts it correctly, avoids the burn.
Yeah, and no sub, so no Focus Punch.
Okay, so T-Tar's
okay.
clicking Focus Punch into Zard going down to Blaze. Do you switch out now? You do. Rock Slide miss is no fun. That chip could be helpful. A lot of these BKC Tars with like 4 attacks, it's a 3-hit KO on Skarm. You need like 2 Focus Punches and a 3rd punch or a Rock Slide. So that chip could have mattered, folks.
Is it going to be... I was about to say, is it going to be Taunt on the Skarm? Yeah, it is.
That's rough. And no more Jolt. What
Again,
else would Jim
though,
have in the back?
I will say again that the Charizard can't sub anymore, so you're not worried about Tyranitar potentially dying to a Focus Punch unless you hard it in. And the Skarm is really healing up, so...
Bennett is here, and you have this 50-50 of are you Wisping the Skarm or Shadow Balling the Charizard coming in. And it was trying to predict the Charizard, but you get free chip on the Skarm clicking Taunt.
These spikes are really bad.
It was Zap in the back.
Zapdos. I would have just gone to Zapdos first. Now you're kind of in trouble. Double to Skarmory, and the Blissey coming in, or the Flygon coming in. Either way.
If this is offensive Zap, it can 2-shot the Blissey. I don't think the Blissey is allowed to come in unless Mielke really thinks this Zapdos can't do about 20% with a Thunderbolt. Obviously completely unrevealed. You can go Flygon, hoping that the ice coverage was on the Jolt from earlier.
I don't think it's over for Jim. Addressing the chat, I think Jim still has outs and crit odds and stuff like that. Again, the Skarmory is healed, so if you double it in on Blissey coming in here, for example, and that's why Mielke is tanking so much, is he's trying to figure out if he should go to the Blissey on the Thunderbolt or the Flygon on the Thunderbolt, or if he should predict that Jim might double to the Skarm.
He leaves the Skarm in.
That's why he stayed in. Yeah.
This earns Blissey a nearly guaranteed opportunity to heal, which is massive.
Yes, but you can go to your own Skarmory now, and that will allow you to pressure the Bliss further when you get the 2 spikes down.
Exactly. Yeah. You go Skarm here, in all likelihood. You can go for Thunderbolt crit if you want, but I would go Skarm. You get chip heal. You get a 2nd spike. They're probably going to go Zard. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough for Jim.
Yeah, I do think that Jirachi last for Mielke is like basically an auto win right now, especially with 3 spikes down. Really tough situation for him. So
Bennett is here. HP Fight is not going to get the Zard into range, and it was Zapdos in the back taking a Shadow Ball.
Zapdos last. Zapdos last is almost more scary.
Yeah, Zapdos with these spikes looks so strong right now.
Yeah.
You got really important chip on it. If this is HP Ice Zap, and or if it's faster than opponent Zap, that could save you. Jim is down to 15 seconds.
Yeah, HP Ice Zap is probably the only way. I again think that like you need to be doubling the Skarmory in on the Blissey. Yeah,
go T-Tar, but you could have a roll to live this. It just did 39%. You don't live it. So it has to be your own Zapdos at this point. It is.
Yep.
Jim's faster. No, it's a speed tie. It's a speed tie.
That's crazy.
Mielke could just go Blissey. Yeah, just go Blissey, Scout.
Double it in. This is what I'm talking about. You got to double your Skarmory. You got to get your 3 spikes down, and that's the way that you pressure the Blissey. Because if this is Ice Zap, then that's like the way to deal with the opposing Bliss. But yeah,
that toxic is massive. Jim has got to click a lot of correct buttons in a row. Taunt to deny the heal is quite helpful. HP Fight would kill after Sand some of the time. And yeah, did click HP Fight.
I think you had to click Shadow Ball there. But yeah, no, this is going to be... You
could save this as a Spike Sack, but what wants to come in?
Nothing wants to come in. You can't sacrifice the Zapdos HP.
Yeah. Can Skarm ever do anything? It's at 50%, but... I mean, maybe against the Flygon, depending on the Flygon set. If you do have Toxic... This is starting to look very grim. That Bennett was basically the last thing Jim had that directly pressured the Blissey.
It was definitely doable. Just like getting the Scarman, getting the spikes up,
and only doing 16%. This might not be offensive enough, and you might just need a crit. It's Drill Peck. It was mixed zap. Hold on, hold the phone, everyone.
But it's not going to be ice. It's not going to be ice because it's Drill Peck.
Surely it's not ice, right? And the Flygon representing Rock Slide here. You have a healthy Swampert.
Yeah,
the Zard is low.
The problem is if you take any damage from the Flygon, then the Charizard Blaze Fire Blast is going to kill you.
Yeah. I think you need to save the Zap. Like, maybe even just sack the Scarm here. Clicking Thunderbolt, over prediction and getting Toxic. That might be it. The Zap has a finite number of turns left, and now we're finally going to go Scarm on an ensuing Toxic. Mielke calling out Swampert being the one to come in, and it's Fire Blast. Crit!
Crit.
Damn.
The crit mattered, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it did. I really think it did. Zap comes in. Ice Beam click! That kills after Sand! The freeze doesn't matter.
But the Charizard just wins. The Charizard just wins, right?
I think
HP Grass and then the game's over?
Is the HP Grass going to do 82?
It might not.
It could do as little as 76, apparently. Do you have to go for double protect if you're Jim? I think you just send it. He lives it at 10%! He clicked Ice Beam on the potential switch, gets the crit. I don't know if that mattered, folks. Flygon is here. Oh my.
How much does Earthquake do?
It's Toxic, Fire Blast, Earthquake. You've got to get a Toxic off yourself and Protect Stall. The Swampert is dead if you switch out. It's a Spike Sack, so you could go for a second Protect.
Earthquake Protect is maybe the way.
You might have to. Apparently, Earthquake is expected to do between 21 and 25%. You might have to send it here. This is coming down to the wire, folks.
Yeah, it really depends on if there's any attack investment on the Flygon.
Doesn't get the second Protect. Doesn't get it. And it was a crit Earthquake anyway. Jim with the GG in the chat telling us that this is probably not the HP Ice Zapdos that Jim needs. And Drill Peck is not going to get you there. Rock Slide. And Mielke, down to the very, very last Pokemon in Game 3, will end up emerging victorious in JoaF's second ADV Battle of the Week. Holy moly.
That's rough. Yeah, no, the second Protect would have potentially saved it, especially if it didn't crit the next turn. It would have been insane if you got the double Protect and then it crit, but...
Yeah, if he gets the second Protect, he hits that second Protect, gets a Toxic off. Oh no, he has Ice Beam. That was it. That was the game. I thought it was Monopert still. He literally just needed to hit that coin flip. It came down to a 50-50 despite everything.
Well, slightly less than a 50-50 because, again, if you get crit, then it's just, whatever.
True. Right. Mielke had an additional 1/16th outs on top of a 50-50. Definitely a banger set. Thank you, every single person who joined and watched this live. We'll be doing it again 2 weeks from now. Don't leave yet, though. I'm going to be inviting Mielke onto the broadcast very shortly, and we're going to be able to hear from the winner himself, folks. So let us know if you have any questions for Mielke in particular. Leave them in the chat as I invite him to this conversation.
Yeah, here we go. I'm excited to interview him.
All right, I'm creating a group DM. Let's join in the voice chat over there, okay?
Yep.
What a damn set. Mason is back. We're waiting on Mielke to accept the call. Led Zepp is best. I'm saying 2 weeks from now, we're going to have another Battle of the Week stream. All the information is in the
14 days for another Battle of the Week, but y'all know Zet's going to be giving out videos like candy.
I'm trying, man. Put out a video today, put out a couple of videos earlier this week. I've got a slightly more in-depth one coming out in mere days. I still need to get an interview from you for that, by the way, GM.
Oh?
And we are now joined by Mielke himself, the winner of Week 2. Mielke, what's up, man? Congratulations. How do you feel?
Thank you. I'm pretty stressed. Those games were nail-biters.
Totally. Dude, I'm stressed. I was stressed just watching that, especially that Game 3. For a while, we don't have as much information as you guys do, obviously, but as a spectator, it felt like Jim was kind of done, especially after he lost the Bennett. It's like, how is he going to pressure the Blissey? Revealing mixed Zapdos, that drill peck click was crazy.
Yeah, it was my bad. I should have probably went Flygon there. I don't know. I think playing around mixed Zapdos is so hard though. So I don't hate the lines that I took.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly was not expecting the drill peck from the Zapdos. I don't think anybody here in the chat would fault you there. I was wondering this, and there's some questions coming in the chat now. We're going to get to those, but when Mason was discussing you, we were talking, introducing people, and even people in the chat were saying this. One thing that you're well known for, Mielke, is your prep, your ability to prepare for particular opponents. How the hell do you prep for a match against Jimothy Cool? Like, what does that kind of prep look like for you?
Jim had a lot of games from the past. Not really very recent games, but I think people don't deviate much from their usual teams when they have to play out of the sudden and have 1 week to prep. Don't have that much time to practice new teams. So I expected Jim to load Comfort and to try his best to outplay me. So I tried to abuse that by bringing some teams that were good into his usual stuff. So usually Jim doesn't really like to use Milotic or Death Star me.
We were talking about that on stream in particular. We were like, Jim, there's no way Jim brought a Milo.
Yeah, I was saying, man, Milo would be so good in the Mielke here, except we know that Jim doesn't have it.
I mean, I brought teams that are usually have great matchups into most teams, so I could play around my Milotic because I had a bunch of DD-Tar and arrows and stuff, but yeah, I was a bit scared of sad Pokemon. But one thing that I noticed, Jim always likes to bring Swampert and tries to bring those offenses with a fast mon like Jolteon or Arrow. So my game plan was mostly based around that, just abusing those fast mons with Zard to break the rest of the TSS and try to punish Arrow, for example. When Zard Fire Blasts an Arrow, it's almost in range of Sutar. So that's one of the techs that I had planned.
That's interesting to hear you explain that thought process. Going into these matches, and now that they've concluded, game one, Jim brings double Trapper, P2 Mag, CM pass, maybe that's what the Celebi was in game one. Game two, he loads lead Arrow, which do you think that was that lead HP fighting Arrow when he didn't click it into the T-Tar?
I think it wasn't, but I'm not sure. It could have been. I was just afraid of it.
Right.
I had to preserve my Tyranitar. Yeah.
And then, of course, game three, he brought the Bennett team that we've been seeing him play on his gaming channel. Were you surprised by any of his brings? Did anything that he brought today catch you off guard?
Not really. I think I had decent matchups into his brings. Game one, unfortunately, I had a rough luck, so my Flygon got crit and
yeah, there were two pretty important crits in that one. Dude, the full pairs at the end against the Endeavor Pert were brutal.
Yeah, brutal.
It would have been too much to ask for to my Jirachi not get hacked by that Pert, so that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, if it's Jirachi getting hacked, to me, I can't be too upset about that. That's like a little bit of cosmic justice, kind of evening things out and bringing balance back to the realm, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mason, what questions do you have for Mielke right now?
Well, I really like the stuff that you mentioned about fast mons and the Charizards. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, both of the two of the games you brought the Charizard, so I thought that was really interesting. How did you feel after losing that first game? Did you doubt your prep at all? I noticed that you brought probably your most comfort team game two. Was that just to kind of realign?
No, I had it planned before. I was gonna use that team. Actually, isn't the usual zap those arrow. It's Zard arrow on the last slot.
Oh my god, you
So-
rubbed Zard 3 times. That's what I was gonna ask though. I was gonna ask if you got Zard 3 times.
That's crazy.
did.
That's crazy, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
man, Zard
uh,
is strong.
So yeah, but that's still very much up your wheelhouse. The Leech 3 attack Celebi. The second I saw the Celebi with the Tar and the Skarm, I was like, all right, this is just Mielke's, comfort. But it seemed to work really well into that. I mean, I loved the Thief Skarm tech on the 4-8. That was like almost game winning by itself, and that was like turn 4.
Yeah, that was damn early on, and I was wondering about that because I've experimented, very poorly, mind you, with some McMegan teams I found with like Thief Skarm alongside knockoff Yama, which I thought was an interesting concept. And like so many times, I click Thief before spikes, and I end up getting magged. And so when you clicked Thief, I was a little worried, but I'm guessing that by that point you were pretty sure that there wasn't a mag. Can you talk a little bit about like that situation in particular, because I've been trying to learn more about like that kind of an analysis.
It could have been a mag, but if you thieve the magnets from mag, I think the T-boat roll goes from like 89% to 16 or something like that. So you can not always, but you pretty certainly can thieve first because you rob the magnet, so you don't die instantly most of the time.
I suppose that's a good point. Like you can still try to get a spike a decent chunk of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And I've been trying those Thief Storms without spin builds to pressure Fortress and opposing Skarm a little bit, and it's been really really fun to do. So shout out to JoaF, who been using Thief Skarm more than most people right now, so he influenced me a little bit. But yeah, the Thief Skarm there was... I didn't... Like, I respected the mag because of the thieving, the magnet situation, but it could definitely be a mag there. Like, I've used personally Skarm mag with lead arrow and Burt and stuff.
Skarm mag
That's
with
interesting.
lead arrow. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
an
see that.
interesting.
Okay.
I was kind of convinced that arrow Pert doesn't really run a mag a lot of the time, but I think that maybe it could.
Yeah.
Were you?
If you want to run
first,
like Curse Purt, yeah.
that first T-Tar DD on the arrow, were you were respecting HP fighting?
Yeah, I swapped out, but after that, I was trying to get a Swampert there and just trade down my Tyranitar into Swampert. I couldn't DD 2 times, so I was gonna take Swampert and maybe take Blissey with me and die or something like that. But I was too well positioned. Everything was chipped. Sally did a lot that game. Just getting everything chipped.
Dude,
and
just clicking lead
that shows
seed
how
over and over. So good.
Yeah, that shows how important one spike can be alongside a Tyranitar or something to break the Swampert.
Yeah.
And I think Game 3 shows how broken Swampert is, because it took the Zard's HP grass
Dude.
and almost turned it, brought it back.
Yeah, when Jim lived that, I was like, did he just win this entire set? That Swampert lived on like 10%. I was wondering if there was even a roll, like if there was a world where he could live it. And he lived it pretty soundly.
The minimum damage my Earthquake could have done was 22. I think, considering he was Deathport. I don't think he was Deathport, though. I think he was off. But if he was Deathport, my Earthquake had a roll to not kill.
So, wow.
But if he was off-port, he could have... He didn't have a chance there.
We were wondering that if, like, what his role was like. And that analysis of, like, if you have a 40% chance to live, I guess you take the coin flip and then you take better odds, even if you're not guaranteed to live after that. So it's like, it's a series of chances you're taking. He's at 23%, and if he's only living, like, I don't know, a third of the time, you probably go for that. I imagine... If it's Death Pert, is it going to have enough special attack to one-shot the Flygon? I guess.
Oh, surely, because Dragon is minus Bedef. It's Lex Nature.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay. You end up getting the crit there, obviously. So we'll never know if he would have lived a
I had
normal
some
roll.
special attack investment, so I don't know if. Yeah, I don't know if a normal roll killed, but I don't think it mattered because Toxic would have not won the game for him.
The other specific question I have for you on like a line from this is okay. So obviously turn 1 spikes fire blast does like a lot of damage. To me that's more than like max Spadef Skarm typically takes. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I normally see it take more like 56 or something.
It can be Taunt Tox Skarm or something fast like that, but I was YOLO Skarm, so I was faster than every possibility of his Skarms.
So what I want to ask about is this turn 2, where you attempt to pursuit the Skarm leaving, which would have done about 18% and left the Skarm at, what, like 20 the next time it comes in. Can you talk to me a bit about that decision? Because, like, I'm trying to see the value in it.
It's just to put Skarm in Blissey's range.
Oh, in range of Seismic Toss.
Because, yeah, because
Sure.
I'm Mono Bliss, I don't have Ice Beam or whatever.
Yeah, obviously that's a turn that ended up going Jim's favor, and to me, like I was trying to infer from that, like, what does that tell us about like your team, that you're like this aggressively trying to get every little chip off of Skarm? Should that make Jim want to try to keep around more?
It's a a low risk, high reward type of play, so I just went for it.
Yeah.
Most people wouldn't have done it. When I did it, I could hear my friends saying, because I've heard that a lot, don't pursue the Torrent, don't pursue this Camry, don't pursue this Camry, it's a bad. But like, you know, when you remember your past experiences.
Right. Like
But-
their voices were echoing in your head the moment that you saw them
Yeah.
staying in Toxic You. That's funny.
Yeah, but I mean, it worked for Jim. So I guess I will not pursue this Camry next time. I will Fire Blast.
Nice, man. Well, again, congratulations. I think JoaF has talked about, you know, in the first week we were still trying to figure out like what exactly is the series going to be, like what is the format. We decided against King of the Hill, but I think there was talk of like maybe like, you know, once we've done like 4 iterations, like having like the 4 winners playing like a bracket or something. I don't know if that'll actually come like, you know, to be fully realized, but if something like that were to happen, is that something that you would be interested in doing? Does that sound fun to you, or are you good? What do you feel about that?
Oh, that would be really fun. I'm down for sure. So far, the opponents would be Z Panther, Anzo, and Jim, which are all people that I really like and they're really good friends. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's always fun to play your friends in tournaments. So I would never pass a chance.
I think my last question for you, actually, speaking of, is what tournaments, if any, are you in right now, / will you be entering in the near future that we should watch out for additional Mielke ADV gaming?
Right now, I'm not doing any ADVOU tournaments. I'm branching out a little bit and doing some lower tiers, some other OUs. But hey, if you want to check out my games sometime, they are all on Smogon. I usually post my replays there, so my name on Smogon is the same name that I run on Discord and everywhere, so it's easy to find.
Nice, man. Well, again, awesome gaming, super fun set to watch, and also glad that we were able to get you on the mic and learn a little bit more about the gamer behind the gaming. Thanks again, and we'll catch up with you soon, man.
Thanks for allowing me to speak a little bit about my mind, and much love Gold Mason, much love Zats. Thank you all.
Congratulations, man.
Also, before you leave,
Thanks.
Next Hawk said, why didn't you load Dawn Fan for the fans?
Oh, I'm not that good yet.
Yeah. It takes a certain kind of gamer to pilot Dawn Fan properly, apparently.
For sure. Donphan is a hard nut to crack, so I need some more years of experience to pilot the elephant.
So true. All right, man. Well, thanks again, everybody who tuned in. We appreciate everybody who stuck around and watched the games. We'll be back again 2 weeks from now. If you haven't subbed to the channel, do so. Stick around. Follow the thread in the description on Smogon to vote for the upcoming Week 3. Again, everybody just votes on 3 players that they want to see, and the people with the most votes end up playing the following week. So in 2 weeks, we will be back with Week 3 of JoaF's Battle of the Week. Gold Mason, thanks for joining me on the mic. Mielke, congrats again. And we will see you next time.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on. It was a blast.
Hell yeah, man. We'll do it again. We'll do it big.
Absolutely.
In fact, for anybody that's still here, Gold Mason will be joining me on stream in just 2 days for Replay of the Week, a stream that I do every week on Mondays. You guys submit your replays to my Discord, which a link to that is in the description as well. And we watch all the replays, and then on stream, we're going to go over the best ones, and everybody in the chat gets to vote on the best one and who will end up winning. Very fun format we've been doing for a while. We've been refining it, making some changes, and Gold Mason will be a guest for the very first time. Should be an awesome time, and that's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern this Monday. So we'll see you guys there, and thanks again for watching.
Yep, thanks everybody.